thing to do this morning, bright and freaking early, so I was up in Washington, just over the water for a minute, and as soon as I did what I needed to do, I just popped open the phone, typed in the word brewery, and found that Ecliptic Brewing Company was the closest thing to where I was. It's not your average porter, it says. I'll be the judge of that. I don't know why I thought that would work. Don't judge me. While I was there, me and homeboy behind the bar got into a little chat about the death of the bombers. Lootwood is going to be discontinuing making bombers. They're in a lot of grocery stores as well. So he said that the grocery stores aren't even really taking bombers at all anymore. If you didn't know, this size of beer is called a bomber. I don't know why. If you do, let me know. I would imagine part of the reason for that is because a lot of people, myself included, are moving towards cans. They're easier to transport, better for the beer, just a little easier to recycle crap, This size is good for sharing. It's also good for not sharing, but I think it's just people are drinking like a little bit less. These beers are kind of a special occasion thing. And again, cans are just a little bit more convenient. Coming up in some future episodes that I'm working on. One, Gavin O'Brien, thank you, and Robin for that spectacularly entertaining piece from Bill Metzger. If you haven't kind of read through that whole thing, it's linked below along with everything else, and I think you should do your homework on that one because it's pretty entertaining. So I've got an episode coming about that. Also, beer tech. I'm going to talk a little bit about lager yeast effectiveness. We have some big data and beer. And then also a piece Forbes did on artificial intelligence in the beer industry, which we're kind of going to pick apart. Also coming up, I have an episode I'm working on about beer in Africa. Ethiopian malt factories that are being given back to local farmers, as well as big beer setting its sights on Nigeria, which is a big beer industry. Also, we talked a little bit last week about Heineken and their dealings in Africa, so we're going to kind of delve into that a little bit more. Ooh, I got a game demo that I'm going to be doing, Brewtown. We'll see how that goes. Ooh. But today, I just wanted to leave you with a little video that I took last week about beer. I know, shocker, no. Tangerine Saison. I was at Upper Lip with Garret Oliver, the head brewer of Brooklyn Brewery, and creator of one of the most spectacular beer books ever, The Brewmaster's Table, and John Harris, formerly of Deschutes Brewing, now the owner, founder of Ecliptic. They've been open about 5 years now, so Tangerine Dream is the first in 5 different beer collaborations that John Harris is going to be doing with different brewer friends of his. Tangerine Dream was the first of that, so I talked a little bit with those two gents about the reasoning behind Tangerine Dream, and a little bit about their bromance. So check that out, and I will see you later.
Well, we got to, we started talking about what we might do together, and he was making some beers with Tangerine. We both been making farmhouse ales since the 90s because, I don't know, I'm 400 years old. How old are you?
You're 400. I'm 399.
Right, okay. Of course. He's the older one,
yeah.
Of course.
He is the older one, actually, in reality. So, by 363 days.
Makes sense.
So we're still making, lots of saisons, and I had not myself I worked with Tangerines once, and we just thought this would be fun.
This is a lot of tangerine.
There's a lot of Tangerine. I'm completely loving that. Like, when we said Tangerine Farmhouse, we were not.
Yeah, you got serious, for sure.
A lot of people really don't like it if you say it has fruit in it, and let's say you make it nuanced and you put this is right about a tangerine without question, but my point is that sometimes you don't deliver as much on your fruit, that people are like, I don't get strawberry.
It's not enough stuff. Don't say strawberry if there's not enough
strawberry, but I don't
It's really
see
hard
it.
to get. And
This is very tangerine and delicious.
I like just smelling it. It's like it makes
Yeah.
me smile.
yeah, so this is all part of my last year Ecliptic turned 5, and so this is all part of our 5 years for 5 beers. And so Garrett's the first release of the 5 beers series. Every even month this year in October, we'll be releasing a beer with Garret at Brooklyn, Matt at Firestone, Ben at Breakside, Larry, John, and Tim at Bell's, and then Vinny and Natalie at Russian River.
Russian
So
River,
those are the 5 beer collabs, and they all signed on, and I was honored they all signed on to do this with me. I've known all these people for years, and we're old friends, and it's great to kick it off tonight with the first release.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. And
We've
so,
never had any beer in Portland before, so this is a quick little taste of of Brooklyn, and we'll be back.
that's so interesting. There's no Brooklyn in Portland.
No.
I'm still kind of new here. I didn't even realize.
No, there's no Brooklyn in Portland.
This is the
you're
first.
creeping
Garrett's
over.
out here releasing the first Brooklyn on the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
What?
I'm running up and down the West Coast. We are launching in California.
Really? Congratulations.
So,
Fun.
I've come from San Diego, up through LA, San Jose, San Francisco, and now up to here for the weekend.